What's up guys, my name is Mark. For those who don't know me, welcome back to my channel. And for today's skate advice, I'm kind of injured, so we're gonna keep it easy and we're gonna go bring it back to basics. So today we're learning how to front pop shove it. So let's get into it. Yeah. Alright, frontside pop shove-its, frontside shove-its, front pops, frontside pop shove-its, whatever you want to call them, shove-its or pop. If you pop it, it's pop. If it's just like a little shove, it's a shove. To me, those two tricks are actually one trick, which is pretty much the truth. It's just a shove it, pop shove it, front shove it, pop shove it, you know, shove it. They're just the same deal. Alright, so the position for front pop shove-its. You could do it in ollie position, but my best advice is to keep it in this middle pocket with the ball of your foot in there. So when you scoop, because this is what you're doing, you're scooping, you're just gonna pop scoop. That's the pop. If you can't do that with one foot, I recommend you do that until you're super comfortable popping it, front pop. And the front leg is pretty much, don't point it this way, don't point it that way. You're just gonna scoop and jump back. You know, it's a solid scoop and jump back here. So doing this trick, you're really kind of centering yourself like an ollie, but your shoulders open up a tad bit. When you pop, you're just gonna jump back and jolt this hip just a little back. Jolting your front leg a little back, because you're kind of doing this nudge, but you're guiding, that front foot is guiding the board where it's going. You're gonna need that little jolt back, like, you know, a little jerk, just for it to kind of fling towards that direction, the front. You know, you're jolting like bam, and your front foot is kind of guiding it. You don't need to point it down or lean it up. You're just kind of like sucking it up and kind of bringing it back. You're kind of guiding it to bringing the board around and bringing it back. Remember that the back foot is where it's all at. That little pocket in the center of your tail, that's where your toes are, and the ball of your foot is just right there. And when you scoop, you're gonna use that momentum that you have to kind of nudge it forward and scoop it, not this way, but you're gonna kind of like kick out. So it's like a scissor kick motion. That's the thing to this trick. The advice to this trick is kind of like you're just scissor kicking, sucking your knees up while you're jumping back. Not jumping straight back, just jumping back and while you're sucking everything up. Alright, for a better demonstration, I'm gonna show you. The front foot is actually sliding a little back, while this top foot kind of scoops it forward. But while you do it, you push down on your pop leg, and you screw this back, but you suck it up. You suck your knees up together. So it's like a scissor kick. This foot, kind of, you don't really want to do that, but you're just kind of guiding the board back with your front foot while keeping the knee up. So you're boom, you know, boom. And this foot is just going straight like a scissor kick, but you're scooping forward and kicking forward. So when you're in one motion, it's boom. That's my best advice for this trick, is just pretty much the scoop matters, the pop, and keeping that little jolt and jumping straight back while sucking up your knees, waiting, whilst keep an eye on your board, waiting for the board to fully rotate, and then putting those 2 feet on the bolts and riding away clean. This trick is pretty easy. If you want to, practice it on a little tiny curb and learn how to jolt your body to like turning it, kind of like to throwing on your shoulders, your left shoulder, throwing it behind you, kind of jumping behind you. Try to practice that while stationary and stalled, and try to jump back onto the board. And you're just getting this motion where you're gonna get used to it. And then when you're finally ready, you could kind of go while moving, or you could do stationary. Stationary is kind of the same deal. Yeah. But that's a little tip for you if you want to learn them. And you're really gonna, like a beginner, you want to learn this trick, front pop shove it, front shoves. Try to do it stalled in a little sidewalk, and try to learn how to like walk backwards. It's pretty much like a step back while you're kicking forward. Kind of like a scissor kick, like I keep saying, but not really hard scissor kick, just a step back. And and jumping back. So you're just kind of like stepping back, but that's gonna be one motion. And that's pretty much front side pop shove. Again, for this trick, you don't really need to open up your shoulders. You're just kind of giving it a little jolt, a little nudge open, and you're not looking over your shoulder or anything like that. You're just looking down on your board and trying to focus. And when you watch it, you wait for it to fully rotate, and then you catch it. So you keep your peripheral vision or your eyes down on the board, so you kind of see where your board is at. And when you pop it and scoop and jump, bring that front foot back around, you're just watching it. You're not turning your head or anything like looking crazy. You can just look where your board is going. Look at where you're going and where your board is going. If you're doing it while moving, your momentum will help you out a lot. If you're just starting off and learning it, try to do it off a little curb, as I said, or sidewalk, or a little thing that you can have a little hang time of air for when you front shove or shove it, so you get the hang of kind of watching where it's going, and the air time and hang time that you see, where how long you have to suck up your knees and so forth. Just keep your weight centered when you're ready, bending down and getting ready to pop that front foot. Just pretty much like ollie position. The back foot a little tucked into that pocket, and as you pop and scoop, you're gonna suck up your legs, your knees. Give that little front jolt, a little jerk back, so you're kind of like walking back in a scissor kick, but not really hard one. Just like a step back, jumping up, sucking up those knees. Not keeping an eye on where your board is fully turning, and then put your feet down on that board, and then roll away. Hopefully, you kind of got it down where you're learning how to do that pop. This foot is just bringing it around, kind of sucking it up, sucking it into your chest, and you're not looking crazy, turning your shoulders, just a little nudge. You're keeping your eyes on where the board is going, and just kind of stepping back. It's just like one step back while you're jumping up in the air to catch and waiting for it to catch. As with all tricks, this doesn't come overnight unless you're that good and you're that so pro or whatever. Best advice is practice on that little sidewalk thing and just trying to walk. It's kind of like walking back. Same thing will go for regular shove-its. Maybe that'll be in another video, but I just wanted to do front shoves, front pop shoves, whatever you want to call it. It's just like stepping back. If you have frontside 180s, this will help you out a little more easier, because the motion is almost the same, but you're not turning your whole body, you're not opening up your whole shoulders, you're just doing a little effort, and then just keeping your body straight back and kind of taking like a step back, flinging the board and trying to suck your knees up till you're ready to land. That's front pop shove-its, and I hope you learned something from this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, you know the deal, what you want to see, what you want to talk about, or whatever video you want to see, or even some archives if you want. I'll post them up for you. Subscribe to your boy and like this video. Peace. Thanks for watching.